Language and social interaction is the most important area of study when it comes to communication. Language and social interaction, also known as LSI, is the study of both verbal and nonverbal behaviors in social interaction. As some of you may have remembered when we started this course, I explained that I was very invested in behavior, which also broke down to nonverbal communication. 93% of our communication is nonverbal, which means we get it from our body language, gestures, facial expressions, etc. I believe that this is the most important form of communication because it's our stepping stone to how we develop as a person going forward in our lives. We are all wired for communication, and we are all wired for connection. And what we receive at a very young age really does have such a strong impact on the person that we develop into. I was able to go last week to South by Southwest EDU. I'm in Austin, Texas, and I was able to sit in some webinars that really focused on communication and how important it is. One of the things that they showed us was a video, and it's called the still face paradigm. And what it does is really dig deep into how our interaction and how our engagement really influences that communication. So what the study was there was a baby less than 1 year old, and she was interacting one-on-one with the mom. They were face-to-face, and the mom was giving plenty of gestures and social cues, encouraging that baby to continue cooing as they did not have any words. And the experiment started when the mom just did a still face. The baby continued to try to coo and get the mom's attention, and within 2 minutes, the baby, you could just see the disconnect begin. She started to cry, and it just really put a strong emphasis on how important our interactions are, and like I said, how it makes us the person we are. I have the components of social communication, and we're looking at social interaction, social cognition, pragmatics, which is our body language, and language processing. I may say something to one person who may process it really quickly, and we have a very quick back and forth conversation, whereas I have to express myself in a different way with somebody else, and that's okay. LSI is, to me, the stepping stone for all the other areas of study. I know a lot of people may say that mass communication is very important because that's what gives us our information, not only for the world we live in, like globally, internationally. That is it's like a mainstream source of information, and I understand that. However, I think language and social interaction continue to be the driving force for all the other areas of study. If you don't know how to communicate and interact verbally and non-verbally, then how are you going to get your message across in other areas of study? So just kind of emphasizing and finding ways to assist in these areas, as many people lack. Again, I've mentioned I struggle very much with my speech and just my presentation skills, and I'm aware of that. But I know when I'm one-on-one speaking with somebody, I know to make eye contact, act engaged, shake your head, yes. Even in sign language, a lot of times if you see them going back and forth with their hands, you'll see somebody do this, and it's just acknowledging, I hear what you say, we're in this interaction, we're in this conversation, I'm here, I'm listening. And I think without that, I don't think we would have much other areas to go on if we don't have these solid skills that start with language and social interaction.